What happens when you cross the Breakfast Club with the Goonies and then sprinkle in some Scooby-Doo? Well, you get the Boonies, an independent comedic mystery. It's pretty cheesy, but should you watch it anyway? The Boonies are a group of high school seniors sent on a treasure hunt to find $1 million hidden someplace in their high school. It was hidden there by their former friend who is now dead. And the reason they're called the Boonies is they live in Boone, Texas, and they go to Boone High. Boonies. The characters are larger than life in the fact that they play their character stereotypes to such a degree to make them almost ridiculous, but slightly pleasing as well. None of the characters are really likable because they are so over the top, but the cheesiness of them works well with the plot and with the story that's being developed. And like when I say over the top, I mean launched from a rocket, sailing a mile over the target, over the top. The cowboy character is oversexed and constantly making immature sex jokes, and the hot girl has a mouth like a drunken sailor. And I don't think she can ever say anything positive about anybody. The whole thing is a bit outrageous, especially when you factor in the other gangs or cliques at the school who are trying to get the treasure before the Boonies can. They're trying to outwit them, or they're trying to beat them, or they're just trying to follow them and then get to the treasure themselves. I mean, every bit of this is blown to the nth degree. I mean, it's just expanded to a ridiculousness that it is cheeseball. Those groups are also so over the top. I mean, you have this cheerleader jock group, and then you have the stoner dropout loser type of group as well. And both of those are exactly what you think they'd look like, and they act exactly how you think they would act. Now, according to IMDb, this was gonna be a TV series, but the movie is only like 75 minutes long, so I don't even know how it could have been a TV series. There are moments in the film where it does feel like it was clipped, or it goes to black for a second and then picks it right back up again. So it could have been another episode. But I think at that point it might have been like a web series because, there's, several episodes, 15 minutes each maybe? I don't know. But the time moves along pretty quickly regardless because it is so short. The camera work in this is a bit clunky and the acting is kind of stiff. Actually, it's really stiff. But it's kind of forgivable if you look at it like it was going to be a web TV show or some low-budget TV series. Then it's a little bit forgivable in that. Now, one of the main points of intrigue and possible tension from the film is where this money came from. The $1 million+ is stolen from a drug dealing gang. But they are relatively small in the story. I mean, they play like that much of a part. And then when we see them, just like the school gang clique things, they're pretty non-threatening too. There are some names or faces that you'll recognize that have gone on to larger scale productions. There's Andy Matichak, who played Allison in 2018's Halloween. And we also have Callum Worthy, who was most recently in The Act, which was a series on Hulu. And gosh, he was creepy in that. He did a really good job. So if you haven't seen The Act, you should go watch that. It's on Hulu. It's one of their originals. It's based on a true story, and it's not right in the head. The movie breaks the fourth wall quite often, and it works. I mean, it's not to the level of Deadpool, but it is still fun. And honestly, deep down with every bit of me, I wanted some character to shout a name and then, "You Boonie!" And no, I didn't get that. This is good for a casual watch, especially if you're with your friends and maybe with an adult beverage or 3. There was a moment towards the end that actually surprised me story-wise. I didn't see it coming, and so I liked that. If you don't like cheese, you're not gonna enjoy this. But if you can dig overacting and some campiness, I think you can get some enjoyment out of the Boonies. There's no sex, brief nudity, a ton of profanity and sexual dialogue. I mean, a lot of that. And some mild violence. I give the Boonies 2 out of 5 couches. So are there any cheesy comedies that I should check out? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.